AI is not replacing you. But if you do have that mindset that it will replace you, then absolutely that will be true too. Your mindset plays a powerful role when it comes to AI. You can think about AI as a tool in your tool belt, ready to assist you and fine tune whatever it is needed for you for your highest, greatest good. And if you have that mindset, you will speed forward and you will move with the momentum of the what the AI is bringing with us, because this is a train you definitely do not want to miss. It is not something that's negative. It is not something that's against you. It is something that's going to help propel you forward into that highest divine timeline that you desire, if you choose it to. But if you still are struggling with those limiting beliefs that it is something that's against you, it is something that's going to take away your job or take away this or take away that, then that is going to create your reality and that is going to be true. You actually truly believe about AI is going to shape your reality. So you have to work on your belief systems around it. Now, as a tool, think of it as something that's going to refine you to find the most authentic version of yourself. When you are fully in authentic alignment with your soul and your soul's blueprint, everything that you desire and need will always naturally come to you. Everything you desire and need will naturally come to you. When you are in full alignment and you are acting of your highest soul and your highest divine timeline, a lot of people believe that they need to do all of these things in order to receive clients. They need to take all of these actionable steps out of fear and anxiety because they need to get things done. That is the wrong way that you want to do anything, right? We want to step into alignment. What does alignment mean? Alignment means you're following your soul's blueprint, your soul's desire. It means that we are removing the blocks that are coming up to the surface along the way, those limiting beliefs, those things that say, oh, you can't make enough money down this road because AI is doing it now. Or, there's too many people out there doing this thing. Ask yourself, how can I make this more authentic? How can I make this more uniquely me? And that is how your soul is going to pour its powerful energy into it, creating a magnetic force for all that is meant for you to come through will start to come through. But when we're out of alignment, even if it's slightly, we're doing something because of money, doing something because what are we going to get out of it? We're doing something because I think that this is the way because this is what I was told, or this is, all of that stuff. We have to chisel that off and we have to refine it until we find what is truly authentic for us. And what is truly authentic for us is going to be that gateway that's going to propel whatever it is that we desire and need to come through. So stop focusing on all of this superficial things, which might not feel superficial to you. It might feel real. It might feel real to have the belief, well, I actually need to support myself. I actually need to do this to make money, but that's the wrong way to look at it. We have to start looking at life as what truly lights me up and my why. What is the end result of the people that I'm going to help? Anchor that in daily. Know your desires. Start working with them. Know your fears. Acknowledge their presence. Start to chisel those down by acknowledging its presence and seeing what you don't like, what you do like, refining it along the way, and really tuning in to who you are, your values, and what lights you up. Now, this can go in many different areas. It's not just business. It can also go with people. It can also go with, you know, your passions in life. It's kind of a combination of all of everything. When we start to live with, okay, her values no longer match my values. I see that. I have to let her go. You know, this person's values don't match mine. This partner's values don't match mine. I have to let them go. That's if you hold on to people who you don't agree with, that is inauthentic. Being onto a business that doesn't feel in alignment with who you are or what your values are, you have to let that go. Or you have to tweak it to being in alignment. If you are doing things because you want attention, you have to let that go. AI is this powerful tool that's really out there that's bringing up a lot of our triggers, helping us to move forward in a very fast momentum if we choose it. But if we feed into the triggers, if we let the blocks define us, then they will. But if we clear those blocks and keep allowing for the AI to highlight for us where our weaknesses are and then working through those and moving through those, then we can use AI as a powerful momentum forward into that highest version of ourselves. Never let the outside world dictate how you feel. Anyone in the community that is in tune with energy might be considered sensitive with energy. But when you have a fear of the outside world and how it's going to affect you, I see a lot of spiritual people, they stop going outside, right? They stop involving themselves with other people. This is the wrong way to look at life. The more that we face our fears, the more that we put ourselves in areas that are minimally triggering us and learning to breathe through that and work through that, that is how we expand. That is how we grow, no matter what the world shows us. Okay? No matter what the outside world says to us. We're seeing all of this stuff happen, AI here, AI there. I know most people, I would say 90% of people have in the back of their mind, AI is going to take my job. What am I going to do? And if you're not there yet, it's probably because it hasn't, you hasn't gotten to that place yet. Maybe you're a little bit higher up on the ladder, right? And so AI really is taking the jobs that are not necessarily needed on this planet anymore. But it is also refining you to figure out what is authentic. So that job that you're doing isn't necessarily wrong or not for you or negative. It's just that you need to add your soul to it, that you need to add your touch to it. And when you start to live from that place, full authenticity, when you start to remove the people who no longer are on your vibration anymore, you start to do the things that you're passionate about. You start to live in alignment, truly live in alignment. You start speaking your truth, sharing how you feel, answering the call, answering the pull, not based out of scarcity. Scarcity is something I see a lot of people who are stepping out into the real world. They go, well, I can't afford that. Well, first you have to make the commitment to doing the thing and then allow for God to come in and support. Have that faith. Work on those triggers in the meantime. Don't fall into victimhood. Don't fall into scarcity. Don't fall into anxiety. Those are natural byproducts of listening to the thoughts and the stories of our head and not following our pull can lead to anger, can lead to those lower emotions, right? When we do things that go against our authenticity, it creates a wall, it creates a lower emotion in our field. And these lower emotions really are just signals and signs that we're not listening to our authentic selves. And anger isn't a great example of that when we're not listening to our true boundaries, our authentic boundaries, and we step past that to help someone else or to be the people pleaser, whatever it is. We're creating that emotion that comes up eventually after we feed into enough thoughts that creates the emotion, and it creates this reality that we don't really like. And the more that we're able to step into that authentic version, that means honoring these signals that are coming up. If I'm feeling anxiety, what is this really trying to tell me? It's usually pinpointing to you an area where you're not addressing that needs to be worked on or cleared, a fear that needs to be addressed, because you cannot have faith and fear at the same time. You cannot have faith and fear at the same time. It's either you're moving forward with faith and everything that you desire is on its way to you, or you're moving forward with fear, and everything you desire is being repelled from you, but it is not both at the same time. You cannot have both. So that is a really great way to see, where am I moving forward? Am I moving forward? Retracting backwards? And wherever you are, being okay with that too. If you are in fear right now, knowing that's a part of the process, and you just have to learn to accept what it is you're going through, acknowledge it, and to not resist it. Resisting it is going to create more fear. You resist will come in quicker, faster, and stronger, right? So, where can we let go? Where can we start to receive and surrender? The true act of surrender is not letting go and letting everything negative happen to you. No, it is actually more of a not resisting negative energies while also taking aligned action towards your deepest desires. True surrender is not letting the world shape you and shift you, but rather being fluid with things that come and go and adaptable in life's experiences while also taking initiative and moving forward and following that soul's calling. Your soul's calling is going to get stronger and louder and more proficient than it's ever been. And if you don't listen to it, it's going to start to eat away at you. And those are going to be the signals and the signs that are literally going to block you. And they're going to come up in lower emotions and the racing thoughts in the mind and all of that stuff. So follow your deepest pulse, follow your soul's blueprint. Start to acknowledge the signals and signs that are happening in your body and stop suppressing them. Because when you suppress them, they're just going to keep coming up and they're going to get stronger and they're going to get bigger. Times are changing and there's no more suppressing that is allowed to happen on this planet anymore. It's no longer there. You have to evolve. You have to start acting out of true alignment. True alignment. Not what somebody else has told you. Not what society tells you will make more money around. What your soul's calling is. And that is what's going to bring to you the right people, the right place, and at the right time. Blessings.